HCS London is wrapped up, and you know what that means. Plenty more content for me to break down and for you to enjoy. So let's kick it off with my top 5 flag plays of the entire event. Moving on to number 5, Shotzi's going to take out Fallicated in the front of blue base and immediately sprint his way through the pink side to get to the flag. Now check out this beautiful run as he jump thrusts backwards, spring jumps off the floor to get up to the attic immediately, and now he can run it to the pink side, but Shotzi, recognizing that his teammates are dying and that the other flag is being ran, decides to leave it where it is and bait it from top blue instead, which is so smart. You can see L-Town running the flag, Spartan trying to pick up the pieces. They're collapsed on from both sides, completely unaware. Shotzi dives in, he will get taken out as well, but now Stellar is here in time to pick up the pieces, diving in, returning his flag while simultaneously grabbing the enemy team's flag, and you'll see him slide jump thrust, carry that momentum into an immediate jump off the ground. He can now jump from the attic and cleanly drop that flag into red base. So beautiful play from Splice all around, but Shotzi with the awareness to just recognize that scenario here, and of course the 20HX as well. I love how the spring jump just kind of integrates itself into so many different scenarios in these maps, but you can jump thrust backwards and immediately chain that into a spring off the floor to get up to the attic. No clamber necessary. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest way to get to the blue attic with that flag, and Shotzi just showcased that right there. So he's already there, and even notice that little... Like, Shotzi loves to drop the flag and pick it up. If you look down just a little bit and drop the flag, it's not going to go anywhere, so you can immediately pick it up. And this is just to make sure that even in these little tiny scenarios, he's still maintaining full movement speed by dropping and picking it up once again. So he's going to drop it out, and this you'll see once he comes up to front blue, and you can get a view of the entire map here. You can see that 2 of his teammates are dead, and that John is on the other side of the map, and the flag is being run by L-Town from the red side. So this is smart from Shotzi. If instead he ran through pink, he'd challenge in a major battle in the bottom of P1 and probably go down, but instead by sitting here and baiting, it's beautiful. And I believe, now you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, if anybody in the chat happens to know this, but I know that if you're in the window, the top window above Shotzi, then you actually don't influence the bottom blue base spawn. Players can still spawn in the bottom of blue base if you're in that window. And I think Shotzi standing here is still leaving the bottom blue base like spawn open. I'm not sure if he knows he's doing this, but you'll see Spartan comes out of what looks like the bottom of blue base, and I can't confirm that, but if that's true and he left that blue base spawn open, that is a huge bait, because Spartan, there's like no way he would have known that Shotzi's waiting on top blue in this scenario, coming out of bottom blue, having no knowledge of this, getting shot in the back, immediately taken out, and then, you know, Shotzi can come in, try to pick up these pieces here, he will get taken out, and the rest of that is going to be carried on by Stellar. By this time, he had delayed long enough, delay and slay long enough so that his teammates can come in and rally that flag over. And the big thing about this run here is just slide jump thrust immediately after you thrust, jump when you hit the floor. You can carry that momentum from the thrust into the jump. Imagine he spring jumped, he would go even farther. So there's so many different scenarios where you may be able to apply a spring jump to get even farther and move even faster, but he'll cap that flag regardless. A beautiful play for number 5. At number 4, we have an absolutely insane sequence on the blue side Coliseum. Eco flying into blue street. He'll toss a nade. You'll see him sprint, slide jump, toss a nade to blue cave, jump thrust with the flag, taking out Miquin as he flies by, but Neptune's there to cut him off. Takes out Eco. Renegade comes in, takes out Neptune. He carries the flag over to blue maze. He's taken out by APG. APG battling to stay alive with the strong side, tries to take out Stellar. He gets backsmacked by Shotzi. Stellar goes down from Miquin, and Shotzi with the patient play, shooting the grenade, taking him out on the maze. He can then run the flag with a beautiful run to get over to the red base at the same time, and we're going to break that down as well. Insane sequence. Now pay attention to this scenario, because I've seen it time and time again from Splice. They run like literally the same route on Coliseum flag every time. Shotzi goes through the elbow, typically. Eco tends to fly through the street just like he's doing now. It's typically Stellar's on blue BR, and then Renegade flies through Sniper. That way they all hold their respective lanes, forcing the spawns into back blue, slaying them out one time, and then collapsing, grabbing the flag, running it out whichever direction depending on how things are going. But Eco in this instance pushes so fast through the street that I believe he forces the spawns under blue base, bottom blue base, and that's why Neptune is conveniently in that location to cut them off, because I guarantee he spawned bottom blue base because Eco pushed so fast here. It's fine though, they have the manpower at this moment. Shotzi will go down on blue elbow, opening the spawns on blue elbow. Eco flies forward, grabs the flag, jump thrust with the flag. That's the best way to get it off the pedestal in this instance. Make sure you grab it before you thrust. I see so many people thrust before they grab the flag. He's going to make it over, take out Mikwood in the process. Neptune conveniently there to cut him off from bottom blue. He's going to get taken out. Renegade picking up the pieces will fly forward, taking out Neptune. Watch how he's rallying the flag. Drop it, pick it back up, drop it, maintain full movement speed even when you're under pressure. Renegade's objective here is to try to throw it into grass. He needs to throw it to a baitable location that makes it so that the Renegade squad has to commit themselves to returning it, and that way Splice can prioritize slays over the run, get another round of slays, and continue to run the flag. And that's why you want to toss it into grass. It's like a checkpoint, a baitable location. So he doesn't quite get it there. Stellar has to fly over. APG trying to stay alive. Shotzzy, like I said, the blue elbow spawn was opened up. Shotzzy, knowing that, made an amazing play, immediately flying through the street, taking out Penguin on the elbow, which is kind of hard to see, but he takes out Penguin on the elbow off of his spawn and then flies through red DMR. He'll come in behind APG and manage to backsmack APG as Stellar dies from Mikwood, who's chasing Stellar. Shotzzy makes such a smart play. Take advantage of the resources in the map around you. He recognizes there's a grenade on the floor just sitting there. He decides to shoot the grenade at the perfect timing that Mikwood comes by. I'm assuming he just made a guess and it paid off, and now he can fly over to the flag, slide jump, grab it, clamber up, pay attention to all the moments that he drops it and picks it back up, looking down on the floor. That's a quick drop, pick it back up, maintain the fastest momentum possible. Even the thrust forward is very well timed because it allows him to toss the flag perfectly in between those two archways, or the two areas right there, landing that flag perfectly in red base. This ramp is such a hard hurdle to get over if you're not used to it. You got to get in the habit of tossing the flag in between, and don't try to directly climb up that ramp because you'll slide down it, especially if you try to thrust off of it. So it's so great that he threw it in there because now you can run around, grab it as he goes by, cap the flag, and close things off. A crazy sequence from Splice, and this is how they win these Coliseum flag games. At number 3, we have a near perfect flag run on Refuge CTF. Now I know, guys, there's a pattern emerging here. I promise this is my last Splice one, but Shotzi's going to grab the flag. He'll sprint, slide jump, and thrust his way over to the blue hut. Now watch this amazing ability to stay alive under pressure. He's going to take shots on blue bridge, drop down. Now count this: 1, 2, 3, 4 separate drops and grabs to get around that corner and maintain full momentum in the process. Even that scoop with the sprint right there to grab the flag and then make it over to the base in a matter of seconds. That's a beautiful run from Shotzi, even under pressure. So you slide jump, thrust, maintain the momentum from the thrust with immediate jump off the floor to get to this checkpoint right here. You can toss the flag, tosses a nade, I guess in case there's a player on ring 2. I'm not sure of the comms at this instance, but he tosses the flag forward. This is the one breather that you have to make sure that you really nail whatever plan you have next, but he actually unfortunately messes it up. He jump thrusts. I'm assuming he wanted to go to the bridge or something, but he takes shots. He's slowed down. He drops instead. He's in a terrible position. Any other player probably would have died here, but he very quickly drops it, picks it back up, drops it, picks it back up. He's looking down, and he's just constantly refreshing the process and maintaining the fastest possible speed that he can, wrapping around that corner. And then at the very end here, tossing it. Look at this purposeful sprint to the right to scoop his body around behind the rock to have as much cover as possible as he slide jumps and grabs that flag one more time. So just anything, even avoids, I think he avoids a snipe in the process. That's the crazy thing about the decision that just that one split-second decision that he made to scoop his way around the rock. Snipe whips right over his head right there, just narrowly avoiding a snipe. So very amazing movement decisions from Shotzi. Take notes, guys. This is how you make that flag travel across the map. At number 2, Tox vs Splice, CTF Truth, Grand Finals, Set 1. Snakebite's going to go down. Lethal jumps up, immediately returning the favor, taking out Renegade. All these players in red base in an effort to create a dilemma. They toss the flag out to bottom mid and try to stay alive, and now the objective is to get slays. They need a round of slays so that they can continue to rally that flag across bottom mid. Royal 2 spotting Shotzi, jumps up to the attic, melees him to take him out, and if you look at the kill feed, you'll see Stellar goes down as well. Snakebite, recognizing an opportunity, grabs the flag, rallies it to bottom mid, trying to stay alive in this instance, and then recognizes that the players spawn on the bottom of red base, taking out Snakebite, and now the flag is trapped, but Frosty, with the quick thinking, jumps up to P3, gets an angle on Renegade, taking him out, and with the great awareness, turns his focus, recognizes that Shotzi's there too, they take him out as well. Snakebite spawning up once again. On round 2, he can grab that flag and rally that back and get that cap, an amazing cap for Tox. Now, if I play it back, you'll see that conceptually speaking, this is a very weird play off of the rip. If I pause it perfectly right here. 3 Tox players are currently in red base. Strategically speaking, this is not a good look for Tox. Ideally, they want to be more expanded. If they have a player on P2 who's crossing top mid, then they would have a shell over that side of the map. They can carry the flag through the pink side of the map while they have that control. But because they don't have that, the Tox or the Splice players are just crossing Tox in red for free from top mid. So now they're sitting ducks in red base, and there's no convenient way for them to run the flag. But the beauty of this is that Tox is smart. Tox knows how to make the best out of a bad situation. They realize that instead of running the flag, if they create a dilemma, now it's about slays, and now there's a push and pull. Is Splice going to go for the flag return in bottom mid? Are they going to go for the slays? What's going to happen? Now it's a push and pull. Now it's a fight, and that's the best thing that Tox can do out of this situation. Instead of going for a run, create a dilemma. You guys aren't set up for a run. Now, instead, the priority is slays. Get around to slays. Stay alive as long as you can. Royal 2, do not drop off here. Get around to slays and stay alive. It's so smart that he stays here, and he does what he can to get the slays that he needs, shoots shots, he stays alive on the top of the base, melees him. You'll see in the kill feed. I know, guys, my head's blocking it, but Stellar is going to go down as well. So PJ, recognizing an opportunity with 2 slays on the board, he'll fly in, grab the flag. Now, remember what I said about spawns. If you're sitting on red window, the spawns are still open in bottom red base. Look at that. Royal 2 is in red window. Shotzzy spawn bottom red base. They're still open, the spawns. If you're sitting in the red window of red base, just remember that, guys. If you're up here, you are opening the spawns below you, and they could still spawn behind you. I know it's crazy, but it's a thing. So Snakebite, he's going to go down from the spawns that are open in bottom red. Matt's going to turn around and try to attest to that. But then Frosty jumping up to P3. It's a great move from Frosty right here. He gets an angle, and Renegade takes him out, turns around. He's going to take out Shotzzy as well, giving Snakebite an opportunity to take a second crack at this. And he can beautifully run that flag, tossing it up, slide jumping, tossing again, and thrusting his way in and capping that flag, setting that momentum going forward. And finally, number 1, the tournament-ending flag cap. Frosty jumping up to ring 3. His teammates pushing on the rocks beside him to grab the flag. From this vantage point, he's in a beautiful situation to spot the enemy team. Shotzzy never stood a chance. Falling prey to the quick draw, he will stay on ring 3, gathering information about the enemy team while his teammates run the flag through the rock side of the map. However, unfortunately, 2 of his teammates go down in the kill feed. It is all on Frosty's shoulders, dropping into ring 2. A beautiful quick scope onto Stellar, and then a laser shot in on Renegade, taking him out as well, and picking up the flag, managing to rally it just far enough to keep it in the field of play, giving the perfect opportunity for Snakebite to dive down on it and grab it. And this, guys, this is a victory run. This is it. There is nothing that is stopping Tox from getting this flag from point A to point B. Splice has been dethroned, and Tox takes the throne at the Kings of the HCS. And that closes out my top 5 flag plays for HCS London. Now, I would give that last one some analysis, but this is already a long video, and I plan to give Frosty the true analysis treatment in a separate video, so don't worry, guys. If you guys have any recommendations on video topics for HCS London, just let me know. But until then, hopefully you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell beside the subscribe button. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. You can keep up with it the day that it comes out. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be a good one.